how do you determine that when you're going into an audition and they give you 5 pages or even 2 pages or whatever it is, and you can't get the script? So you don't know where you are, you don't know anything about other than you're this person saying these lines to that person.
Wonderful question. It's like I planted you there. You can only work with the material that you got, right? So you can't invent anything. You have to work with what you have. But it's unbelievable, and this is what I think that today, the shocking revelation for most actors is the joy of structure. And story, most of you, in some way or shape or form, and I'm sure we can keep educating ourselves on that and learn more ways to do it, find story, but structure actually unveils all the secrets of the script. And so you look at your 2-page or 5-page script and you got 15 minutes, and the 3-act structure, the highs and the lows, the rising the rising tension or the lowering tension based on your negative or positive approach to the scene, your characters, and the contradiction of the conflict and looking for counterpoint. You can find all that in 2 to 5 pages and grab onto a lot of material and bring it in, and that becomes an educated read. And you don't try to paint anything that you don't know on top of it or make. This starts off, I think, as something that seems to offend people. Eventually, they argue with me, and then usually most people come around. But I think the word choice is anathema to what we do. And I think it's an incredibly dangerous abyss, the word choice. And I hear a lot of actors in Vancouver use that word. And when I coach big name actors, like Rufus Sewell went on I mentioned the word choice, and he went on about a 20-minute monologue about how the word choice is a horrific word. And here's why. Because when you start thinking that you have the right to make choices, you will veer yourself away from the text. Your choices need to be post facto. They choose you, and it comes through the text. So you're in studying and understanding whatever it is. I mean, you got like, in class, try to do Harold Pinter. The 3 pages of the birthday party, don't read the rest of the script, and now try to figure this one out. There's so little to hang on to. But there's something there that you can figure out. Ferret that out, and then allow that to play through you. And then from there, in an audition purpose, you don't need to be selling the whole story in an audition. Is your essence correct or not, really? But when it comes down to the final art, even if you don't have that much material, don't try to impose choices or create things. Play from what you've got. And most actors, what they do, they miss out a whole section of what story is about, which is structure, and then lose the answer. The coaches here are really well trained, but I'm going to tell you, I make a lot of money as a coach. That's just ironic. But you pay me quite a bit of money to tell you what's obvious. Really. You come, and then you sit, and then I say, and then should I email you the sides in advance? Sorry, I'm trying to see you. Just email, and I go, no, don't bother. And then you come, and I say, let's run the lines. And then in running the lines, I go, okay, there's the tension of the 3-act structure. That's the lowest of the low, that moment. So at this section, it's this. She's contrary there, and his counterpoint is that. So at this point, he can't be seducing her. He has to actually be trying to get her back with her boyfriend. And then I say, play the line this way. And then you do it, and you're like, oh my gosh, and then it's magic. But it's not magic. It's all in the script. You just need to be really good at it. And I'm going to decode that for you right now. And you get really good at it. And they start going, oh, this is... And the important thing is this. It's the writer is writing structurally, but he's writing structurally because, or she's writing structurally because life is structured. Because, again, I'm going to go over this again, we love structure. And in decoding the structure, you decode the life of the script. You hang on to that, you figure out your actions, then you play your actions, and now you've played the script. And then what happens... I know I'm trying to answer your question because your question's massive, but... Then what happens is in playing all of that purely based on what you found, you've shut down your ego and you're playing a pure action the way you're sure that you have to play it. Through that, your true essence comes in, which then interprets it slightly different than anybody else would. And then D. Neil markers. D. Neil's way of doing it becomes specific to him. And you and I would do the exact same action, but it would come out differently. And that's when they go, oh, there's the essence of that. We want that. Or no, we want that. Or we want this. And it's because in shutting down your desire to make choices and be interesting or whatever, you've actually connected to the action of the script, and then your truth can show. And that's what a lot of people skip. They skip to the result part.